Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then. The unmistakable Daniel van Bouten.
One of those players that's been there, done it, got the T-shirt.
And perhaps that's his greatest strength, Jim, his experience.
Certainly one of them, Peter, although for me his all-round game is what impressed most. He's a credible goal threat too, both inside the box and from range.
Yeah, he's got one mighty shot on him. I think it's true to say he once... It's Griezmann! And that is wildly off target.
Colorado Springs certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Nedved. Good running, strong and purposeful. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Beautiful from Nedved!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
France are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And it's Luis Suarez. Totti. Now it's Maradona. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Griezmann. And he's been shifted off it.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Griezmann. Applies the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Griezmann gets on his bike and on the move. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0.
Griezmann really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's running through. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Bergomi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Totti, always looking for that half a chance. Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Griezmann, played out to the left flank, and he's quick to return it. Real chance! He's got a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Totti. Now it's Batistuta. Pinches it off him. Batistuta. He shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Nedved. Vieira. Griezmann. He's beaten the last man. That's it, 45 minutes up. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Colorado Springs, looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. Down to business again. Valverde. Now it's Griezmann. That's a lovely, neat pass. Batistuta. Vieira. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And that's another good win of the ball. Valverde. And it's Maradona. And he's got away from him. Maradona! Not a bad try by any means.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Now it's Maradona. Can he get it through? Maradona. He's found a way through. Can he finish? And that is doing no harm at all.
France really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Wirtz running with the ball. Now that looks a decent ball. Luis Suarez.
Oh, really well played.
It's a goal kick. Wirtz.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, no joy this time. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Colorado Springs clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Great defending, strong and determined. Into the last quarter of an hour. Griezmann. Luis Suarez. And it's Griezmann. And he's got the beating of his man. It's Griezmann! That is delicious! About as smooth as it gets. And they are disappearing out of sight. And that really is so impressive. Colorado Springs find a position of real strength now. He's going for goal! Outstanding save to keep that out.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
That could spell trouble. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Colorado Springs presented with a golden opportunity here. This further to improve their cause. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Colorado Springs are having a ball here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Rodri. De Bruyne. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. It's run loose here. Nedved. Luis Suarez. Constantly looking for the ball into the box. Suarez has the space to scheme. Driven in. Zanetti is... And we're done. Ah, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect, a win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Nedved voted man of the match and deservedly... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. Well, there is Xavi, one of the great creators, inventors, one of the great visionaries of the game, Jim.
I fell in love with him and his style of play. Just unmatched in terms of intelligence and vision. He really is peerless in what he does.
Oh, this looks sharp. And it's Nedved. And he's there to make the challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Rummenigge. Oh, he's been flattened there. Nesta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And this is Luis Suarez. Can he get on the end of this? Dida breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And this is Luis Suarez.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
It's Saviola! They want to be quick to recover this. That's a throw. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Griezmann. Luis Suarez.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Ferdinand with the clearance. Maldini. Xavi. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Rummenigge unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And this is Cruyff. And he's there to get it away. And he's there to retrieve it. Great ball, Cruyff! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
Well, it's a shame it ended up a little wasteful. They had the perfect opportunity to break away, and then they go and do that. It's got to be a quicker transition.
Bergomi does really well to win the ball there. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Just 5 minutes left until the break. And the through ball. Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment. He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. So we're off again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Rijkaard. Colorado Springs come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Ferdinand calmly anticipates. Rijkaard. Now Davids. Adriano looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Raul. Puyol defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He's shifting through the gears here. Can he finish? Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Rummenigge touches it back. Now this could be Rummenigge! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Rummenigge actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And this is Nedved. Nedved really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. So a chance here, what can they make of it? And so we have the first set piece of the game. And this is Adriano. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a
chance for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. And that is well cleared. And that's been won straight back. Davids. Now it's Messi. Pele. He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
No surprise there. Can't be hesitant in those moments, Peter. Just allow the defence to regroup and stop the attack.
Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Impressive jump! No, just not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
And it's Xavi. And here's Messi. Takes a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. It's their second corner of the game. And no, he's seen through all of that.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's had a shot! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Colorado Springs have been handed a game-changing chance. So where will he go? Oh, great save by Dida! Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Mohamed Salah is someone with real dynamite in his boots. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of chance! Oh, he's done it! A breakthrough! So late in the day! You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got...
That's that, the end. Colorado Springs have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Adriano taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there we have it, Jim. A game seemingly... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, well, now it's a race for the ball. Cruyff concedes a free kick for that. Saliba. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Conte. It's a searching pass. No, it's come to nothing. Azar.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
It's played through for him. He's shifted. And Cruyff! Goal! Oh, delicious. Such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Colorado Springs have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Good ball, good take. Thuram.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
That has been slung wide.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? That is a brilliant interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. Miami definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Nedved. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He's picked his way through. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Thuram.
Colorado Springs really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Mateus. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Cannavaro. Conte. And it's Conte. Turns back here, probably the best option. Griezmann running with the ball. Now it's Luis Suarez. And that brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Reflections on the first half?
Colorado Springs really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Colorado Springs are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So straight into the second half. Colorado Springs leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Mateus. Zanetti with a fine tackle. Zanetti did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that's a dangerous ball. Griezmann! It's a goal! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
And the finish! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now the breakaway. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, that's fabulous. And he whips it in. And that's the keeper's ball. Oh, good spread. And they can counter here. Looking for a runner. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. So changes afoot here, and from both sides. And this is Del Piero. Colorado Springs, perhaps contemplating their next change here. Now it's Lopez. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, important interception. Del Piero is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And here's Bale. Pato. It's Pato! Oh, it's come off the upright. And it's there! It's all becoming so easy. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
A case now of complete control. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Little doubt, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Colorado Springs are coasting towards victory. And he's taking no chances there. Colorado Springs with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, good climb! It's hit the upright. And he's there to belt it away. And now they can spring out of defence. He is through here. And here's Raul. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Bale. Nedved. And here's Del Piero. Raul. Vieri. Now Tonali. Fermin. The message is clear. None shall pass. That's that. The end. Colorado Springs, pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult.
Shot, surely! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Knocks it into space. Raul. Ronaldinho. Berbatov showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Joe! What a save from Peter Schmeichel! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Diouf is offering a wry smile there.
Bangladesh with the corner, they're first. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And that's gone loose. Colorado Springs have the chance to go the other way. Now, just about within shooting range. Wonderful from Del Piero. He's got himself an absolute peach. And that is a super goal, a truly super goal.
That's a great hit, but you've got to question why the defence didn't do a better job in trying to close it down.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Adriano. Colorado Springs do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to...
It's Lewandowski! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Adriano looking for the chance to skim one in from range. Nicely weighted ball. Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And the two sides, and it's been given away. He's shifting through the gears here. There are a chance for a shot! And that's in. They are purring, truly purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Colorado Springs are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Tries to play it through. Nedved can see things others simply cannot. He's found a way through. Del Piero. He'll try from distance. Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Xavi Alonso. Del Piero. Del Piero! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time. A thrilling end to the half there, one that very nearly changed the complexion of this game completely. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Colorado Springs looking composed, content, comfortable, leading 2-0 at half-time. Away we go again. Raul. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Lewandowski. He's got away. Closing in on goal. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Real chance! In he goes again. Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And that's another good win of the ball.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Nedved. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. It's Griezmann! And this is Nedved. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Zanetti has the space to scheme. Bangladesh are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape. Certainly.
Lewandowski! And no mistake. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Bangladesh may be down, but not out just yet. And it's Lewandowski. Pass is just off target. Vieira. Now it's Lewandowski. Maldini. Vieira. Now it's Del Piero. Xavi Alonso. Can he finish? It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Del Piero is wide and looking to get onto this. He is through here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Nicely aimed pass. Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Berbatov. Now it's Marquinhos. Picked out brilliantly. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And that will be it. Colorado Springs can reflect on a job really well done. Superior. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. It's Nedved! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Can he get it through?
Might want to be careful there.
Looking for options for movement. Threads one in. That has ended up in no man's land. Giorgio Chiellini, Jim. Now there is a defender who loves to defend.
Yeah, and he's a very capable one too. I mean, this guy is all about courage, physicality, athleticism, about as hard as they come. Although I personally like to see him paired up with some ball-playing defenders. His distribution is decent, but you want him to focus on the main task, which is defending, and that he loves.
Chiellini. Still goalless. Wan-Bissaka. Colorado Springs have reclaimed it. And here's Suarez. Colorado Springs do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
And the shot! Oh, that's another chance! He doesn't look too happy with that. And we have our very first corner. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Cruyff. Played into space. Great ball if he can get... Luis Suarez! He scored! The first significant strike. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Suarez demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Colorado Springs have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Xabi Alonso. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. That's a throw. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Matheus Cunha. And here's Suarez. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And here's Griezmann, Cruyff, and this is Luis Suarez. Suarez does well not to be outdone there. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Nedved is behind this one, so a genuine chance to increase the lead. Nedved! It's hit the crossbar. That's the end of the first 45. Colorado Springs are up by one then, but really feel they should be up by more. Colorado Springs leading by one at the break.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak may be all it needs to change it.
Colorado Springs have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. Back on the way then.
Colorado Springs can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
And that's aimed into the middle. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Colorado Springs do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
And it's Griezmann! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it. Now they have it.
Out towards the flank. Oh, important interception. McAllister looking for a runner. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Chance here to counter. That's a cute ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that.
Del Piero! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Paris Saint-Germain can now introduce the first of their substitutes. And he was quick to react. Wan-Bissaka. And it's Ibrahimovic. And here's Xavi Simons. Shapes the shoot! And that's a good finish. Just 1 in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Oh, he's having a go!
Colorado Springs clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offense is the best form of defense.
That's an imaginative pass. Thuram cuts it out. I think we're just about done here. Nedved conjures time and space where few can.
Colorado Springs really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Xavi Simons. Well, that is one way to stop him. And time is up. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he? And uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply to him.
Yeah, and his reading of the game means he was always a step ahead of the opposition. He's surprisingly quick too, you know. It will be a massive challenge to get the better of him.
And that would have been some goal.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Barcelona with the corner. They're first. Terrific effort! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Brilliantly cut out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Colorado Springs are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And this is Messi. Now looking to orchestrate a counter, but they've got it again. Looking for options for movement, and he's having a shot! And he's managed to get rid.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Xabi Alonso gets a foot in here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Pinches it off him. Oh, that's fabulous. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That's a good foray he's making. Oh, that's clear cut. It's a free kick.
Colorado Springs really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Maldini wins the duel this time. Now that looks a decent ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And this is Cruyff. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the shot's on here. Beckenbauer did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Messi. Alonso. And this is Cruyff. He's having a pop! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Colorado Springs finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. The second half is up and running. Oh, whistle's gone, now then! And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
This then to draw level. A formality, we're level. Not much more than a formality.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Knocks it into space. Colorado Springs come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Tries to play it through. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Played out to the left flank. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Great chance! Nearly, but not quite.
Nedved certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And it's Del Piero. Now it's Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Colorado Springs, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now it's Mbappe, just eases him off the ball. Griezmann. Bale running with intent. Bellingham. Messi. This is a promising build-up, and that has been cut short. And here's Batistuta. Oh, he's burst through. Oh, good ball. Oh, it's come loose. Xavi Alonso. Now he's got space here. And this is Griezmann. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Knocks it out wide.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. And it's Del Piero. Oh, it's come loose.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's roll! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and promptly taken.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Tries a shot! And that is wildly off target. Stood up well to him there. Can he get on the end of this? Del Piero. Del Piero! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And time is up. Colorado Springs have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. So a game of thrill. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yep, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Messi! But he's left disappointed. Messi. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Tries one from range. Iniesta! Immaculate! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! The purest possible contact, what a fabulous strike.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Colorado Springs are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And here's Suarez. Nedved tries a shot. Raul played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. Now it's Griezmann. Picked out, real chance! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Showing good feet. It's Luis Suarez! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Rijkaard. Forwards and with intent. That has ended up in no man's land. Manchester United have got it back, and they'll have another go. And it's Iniesta. That has been slung wide. Now who's going to be first to this? Well timed, excellent interception. Iniesta, given the lift of his goal. Now it's Messi. Messi! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
So that's how it stands at halfway. Chance! It's a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well.
It's Luis Suarez! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Cannavaro. Roberto Carlos might just make this. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Juve. Messi. Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up. Just the keeper in his way. Can he finish? And that's a tidy finish. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Can he get it through? And this is roll. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Vieira is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Into the last quarter of an hour. Bergomi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Ribéry. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Goulet is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the...
Inzaghi! Superb by Inzaghi! A finish right from the top draw! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
He just absolutely speared that in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that could well leave a mark. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And here's Batistuta. 5 minutes to add. Can he get on the end of this? Has a look and place it forward. And he's in on... It's netted! Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to...
And that is that. Colorado Springs have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. So there we have it, Jim. A game seemingly destined for stalemate, but then the ultimate smash and grab.
Colorado Springs really
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. Adriano, the man they call Imperatore, the Emperor.
Indeed, when he gets his game in good order, he is pretty much untouchable with that monster of a left foot.
Can be a showstopper, that. Xavi. Nicely weighted ball. This is a promising build-up. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And this is Adriano. Played back. Xavi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And this is Luis Suarez. He's got away. That is good strength. It's Luis Suarez!
Suarez made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. That is a great pick out. Goes for a shot! It's there! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Nedved. And he's managed to get free. Tries a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. our very first corner. Colorado Springs with another corner. It's their second corner of the game. Terrific effort! Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Colorado Springs
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's Del Piero. Oh, super. Saviola! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
And they're back on the ball again. Colorado Springs couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And this is Griezmann. And again, he sorted that out terrifically. Messi. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh, good read.
He read that.
He's having a pop! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Colorado Springs can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Colorado Springs definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Luis Suarez showing good feet. He's having a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
So, third corner of the game. He's rising! Oh, crossbar! Nearly, but not quite.
Vieira must have been hit by a flash of doubt then. He complicated what looked like an easy opportunity.
Zanetti. Looking for the run. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Griezmann. And he's quick to get rid. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Del Piero. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Luis Suarez. Griezmann.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. It's Luis Suarez! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Cannavaro. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, he's goal side. Plays a sharp little ball here.
Colorado Springs clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offense is the best form of defense.
Messi powering forward here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Oh, he's taken it. And it's Rijkaard. Showing great feet there. Looking for the far post. Shot goal! It's a goal! Brazil are back in business. Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner and he picked them off instead.
So we have movement on both benches. It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
He's had it taken off him. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Cannavaro demonstrating his defensive quality there. Adriano with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Mateus. Adriano tries to play it through. The shrill sound of the whistle, and that is that. A good watch, a really good watch, both sides. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice. And the finish! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Stood up well to him there. Turan. Now it's Kane. Kane! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Griezmann. Chance! Oh, it's come off the upright. Not a bad try by any means.
I think his reaction says everything there, Peter. Just a fraction inside. That's all he needed to be.
Gets a good foot in there. He is through here. Cruyff with the cross. And that has been cleared. Shot could be on. It's Griezmann! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
And he's had it nicked away. Son Heung-min.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? Oh, shooting chance! And no mistake. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Colorado Springs are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Griezmann, a player who needs no introduction. Suarez has it in a wide position. Oh, just skip Griezmann! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Terrific effort! But he's left disappointed.
Vieira is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. It is a deep, deep sea of yellow. Beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. So we're up and running. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of them. It's Griezmann! Off the post! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, no joy this time. That's a pretty loose pass. He's being urged to shoot. Decent chance! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And this is Eto'o. Nicely aimed pass. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Cruyff. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this. Luis Suarez! Now, who's going to be first to this? He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And he's managed to get rid. Alonso. And here's Cruyff. Griezmann.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, that's a key interception. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Xavi Alonso. Nedved charging forward, the ball at his feet. He's picked his way through. It's Griezmann! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Stood up well to him there. And it's Griezmann. Griezmann, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. And reclaimed it in a trice.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
It's a good run he's making out on the left. And this is Luis Suarez. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Eto'o. This is a promising build-up. Mbappe! Mbappe is magnificent! About as smooth as it gets. 2 up now, and they are cruising. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Adriano. Beckenbauer is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Nedved.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That's been cut out, well played. Beckenbauer. And this is Adriano. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Eto'o. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Colorado Springs still have the cards to affect this game. He won't be happy with that one. Nedved. And here's Griezmann. And that is a little undercooked. And here's Griezmann. And the shot's on here. It's Adriano! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Adriano clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Colorado Springs with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. Piqué is there to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Del Piero. Good ball, good take. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And this is Del Piero. Del Piero! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Chance! And it's bounced out off the woodwork. No, again, there's no way through. Just 5 minutes left. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Belletti. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And he's worked it through. Can he finish? Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Was there ever any doubt?
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
Borussia Dortmund find a position of real strength now. No, no way through. Now that's well seen too. And that will be the final act. Colorado Springs suffer a humiliation. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then.
I'll be accused of bias here, but I can't overlook the great professional that is Javier Zanetti.
How's that? Decent chance! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Nedved is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner. Soboslai getting this one clear. Nicely spread. Nedved receives it in a wide position. They get a throw in. And it's Xavi Alonso. Now this shot at goal! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Distributed tidily, aimed at the far side. Deftly away. The ball's gone astray. Great vision. Now it's Luis Suarez. And this is Cruyff. And Cruyff! Cruyff! That is beyond words! A finish of true class! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
In with the challenge. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Hullet. Plays a sharp little ball here. Colorado Springs.
Really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Now it's Luis Suarez. This is a promising build-up. Seedorf. And it's Griezmann. Pinches it off him. That was good pressing. Forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Seedorf showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Seedorf. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Cruyff. And he skips past his man. He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Played through into space. Now there's a fine ball. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Always onto this. Griezmann! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Cruyff, and Cruyff! And he has kept it out somehow.
Cruyff clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Colorado Springs really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Colorado Springs sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. The second period is on the way. And the pass is intercepted. Vieira. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Cruyff. And he's being shifted off it. Azar. Vieira shows great strength. Maldini. Nesta has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And it's Thuram. That's the throw. Ferry lays it forward. Now that looks a decent ball. He's found a way through. Bergomi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Wan-Bissaka. Fermin. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. That's a shade optimistic. Nedved. Xavi Alonso. Lovely pass, but can he get there? There's the shot! Azar. And it's Azar. Now it's Hullet. Oh, well played. Tries to play it through. Neymar. Neymar receives it in a good position here. Oh, shooting chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Griezmann. That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Hullet. Xavi Alonso. And here's Hullet. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Cruyff. And it's Neymar. He's picked his way through. He has a look up. And they win it back again. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Azar. A probing pass. Well timed, excellent interception. And we're done. Colorado Springs can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way.
It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Griezmann! Goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Pelé. Zola running with intent. And Zola! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And a header! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Baresi. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, it's come off the upright. He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
This their second corner of the game. Nesta clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Luis Suarez. Pelé looking to be a menace in the final third. And that is a little undercooked. Colorado Springs.
Really do like their passes.
Zola! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Madrid have their third corner.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Oh, it's Pelé! Brilliant from Pelé! A finish right from the top draw. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Quality ball. No, he's had it taken off him. And it's Cruyff.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Pass somewhat off target. Vieira. Oh, this looks sharp. Passing nice and neat. Pull it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Zola. Now it's Pelé. Looking for options for movement. Messi! Messi! From another planet! Gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Luis Suarez. And this is Luis Suarez. It's Luis Suarez! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught napping. Chance to deliver. That's the end of the first 45. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So we're off again.
Colorado Springs really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Del Piero might just make this. Zola is always playing with... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Can he spark a counter here? Colorado Springs come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
And this is Del Piero. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. And that is exemplary defending.
If you
could be danger here. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Yeah, it all looks so promising until unexpected sloppiness intervened.
Well, that has not gone well. Maldini. And here's Del Piero. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
And it's Nedved. He's having a shot! Colorado Springs, perhaps contemplating their next change here. Just about up to 75 minutes. Del Piero! It's a goal! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So again, we have parity.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
It's Pele! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Pele has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. And he's had it nicked away. Bullet, renowned for his long-range shooting. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And here's Cruyff. Vieira. That's Guti. Knocks it into space. And time is up. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Well, football is of course ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running.
Well, Alessandro Nesta turns defence into an art form. If you like your defender slick and quick, this is the man.
Yeah, am I right in saying he started out as a fullback? Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Maldini clears it away, and it's Pirlo. Colorado Springs have the chance to go the other way. He's picked his way through. It's Luis Suarez! There is the genius of Luis Suarez!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
So, and the finish! And here's Shevchenko. Shevchenko! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And he's in on goal. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Adriano. And here's Shevchenko. Oh, well played, well played. Well, there's the clearance. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Cruyff. Xabi Alonso.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Rijkaard. Messi. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And here's Suarez. Neither of these two want to come off second best. This might spell danger. It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Delivers the ball. In he goes again! And that's a good finish. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Colorado Springs are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Nesta cuts it out. Nedved. Now it's Cruyff. Robson. And it's Messi. That's a little off target. Now it's Luis Suarez. Good take, and is he... Can he finish? And it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run,
and that is all they have time for. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kickoff.
Colorado Springs absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Colorado Springs, seemingly the only team to have turned up here. It is 3-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Rijkaard gathers from the goal kick. Nedved. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Shevchenko. Just eases him off the ball. Vieira. Now it's Griezmann.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing. It's Luis Suarez! That is decidedly lacking.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Now it's Cruyff. And this is Griezmann. Pirlo. And it's Shevchenko. And this is Adriano. Adriano showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And here's Griezmann. And this is Luis Suarez! Hits off target and by quite a way.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Messi. Pirlo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Nedved. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Some resolute defending there. And here's Griezmann. Tries to pass it through. He is shapes to shoot! Well taken goal. Untouchable, remorseless, relentless. A class of their own. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Colorado Springs are having a ball here. Stood up well to him there. Nedved did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Colorado Springs couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trick.
Griezmann! Oh, they could be caught out here. And he's cut it out. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Oh, he's... Chance! Now, who's going to... Oh, it's fallen loose again! Oh, impressive strike. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Colorado Springs can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponent. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway.
We all know what Xavi's game is about, Peter, but that doesn't help when it comes to trying to stop him.
Extraordinary, really, because he's never had to rely on pace or on strength.
No, his game is all about finding and exploiting space and knowing the landscape around him, and he's just brilliant at creating goals and scoring them.
Yeah, he just seems to have all the time in the world on the ball. Good ball, good take. Bergomi clears without hesitation. Xavi Alonso. Nice sequence of passes, this. Now it's Griezmann. Griezmann! And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
And it's Ribery. Oh, good spread. Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's a shade optimistic. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Nedved! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Oh, such good technique as well. That was exquisite. It's a real shame he couldn't find a finish after that.
And here's Suarez. That's been cut out, well played. He won't be happy with that one. Nesta gives no quarter whatsoever. Platini, the specialist in tearing teams apart. He's shifting through the gears here. That is great defending, so alert. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Griezmann. Ribery. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Nedved. Xavi Alonso threads one in, and it's Nedved. And this is Griezmann. Nedved purring through the gears. Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Opts for safety. That's a little off target. Nicely weighted ball. Rummenigge is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now that's well seen too. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Colorado Springs clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Rummenigge. Bergomi is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Cruyff receives it in a wide position. And Cruyff! Goal! They've done it! Finally, they've broken through. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Barcelona can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Azar coming on to a rapturous reception. It is the moment we've all waited for.
Well, not quite sure why he wasn't started, Peter, but at least it's a move that makes everyone happy.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's Zola.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Pass somewhat off target. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's...
Griezmann! It is a fantastic goal! He's got himself an absolute peach. 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've...
And he shoots! It's a goal! Just 1 in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! He's gone for goal! And that really should have been that.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
Now he's got space here. Nesta makes the interception.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And he's there to retrieve it. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. He is through here. Gets a good foot in there. Messi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, no joy this time. And that's that. Colorado Springs proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this guy, Ruben Dias, has been a revelation. I'd say his two strengths are the aggression with which he leads the defensive line and the awareness that never seems to fail him. That makes him a very stern test for any opposition attacker here.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Nedved? He won't be happy with that one. Roberto Carlos. Barcelona couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He's got away. Oh, shooting chance! It's in!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Quarter of an hour played. And it's Nedved. Well read, nice interception. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Griezmann. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. It's Nedved! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And the pass is intercepted. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. In with the challenge. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Back where it came from.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Xavi Alonso. That pass has been well intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Cruyff. And it's Cruyff! Now that wasn't a bad hit by any means.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
And here's Mbappe. Pass is just off target. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Cruyff. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Colorado Springs can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. So, into the second half. Colorado Springs currently ahead by the smallest of margins.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Mbappe! Oh, that was vital. That's put pay to the danger. Xavi Alonso. And it's Nedved. He's through here. Neymar. Ruben Dias. Inzaghi. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. And here's Suarez. Played out wide. Plays a sharp little ball here. And the finish!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And this is Luis Suarez. Decisive did well to emerge with the ball. Goes for goal! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, lovely bit of skill. It's Griezmann! That's a pretty loose pass. Shapes to shoot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And they can counter here. Dink through. Oh, good ball. Chance! And again! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Griezmann. Lewis. And the shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
And it's Luis Suarez. Colorado Springs have got it back and they'll have another go. Always goals. He'll try from distance. It's hit the upright. And that's a real chance missed.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply. Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Maldini makes the interception. Xavi Alonso. Deep into stoppage time. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Cruyff. And we're done. Colorado Springs have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway. Iker Casillas, Jim, a man considered amongst the greatest ever when it comes to goalkeeping.
Yeah, and it's all the more impressive given that he's relatively short for a keeper, Peter. But he makes up for it with his agility, his laser focus, and the ability to live up to the big occasion. Also, don't forget the way he exerts control, despite not being particularly outspoken. That is something else too.
Looking for the run. Adriano showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's Nedved! Beautiful from Nedved!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. It's a good spell of possession, this. He's in a good shape to shoot! It's bounced back off the post.
Eto'o really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Griezmann. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Takes a shot! And that's in! And they're threatening to fly away here! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So that's two now without reply.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Now it's Eto'o. Xavi. Looking to play him in. He's shifting through the gears here. Rijkaard. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. And here's Griezmann. He's picked his way through. And it's Xavi Alonso. Alonso! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Xabi Alonso actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. And we have our very first corner. And a header! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Oh, he's burst through.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. And pull it! Goal! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Madrid may be down, but not out just yet. And he can clear it away. Nicked it back promptly. Xavi Alonso. This is a promising build-up. Adriano. And that brings the first half to a close.
Colorado Springs are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Colorado Springs claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. We're on the move again. Hullet. Xavi. And this is Hullet. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly.
Oh, that's brilliant from him, because he was so quick to read it.
Oh, that's fabulous. And it's Del Piero. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Ball's gone out of play. Colorado Springs do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And this is Eto. Shot. Hullet! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Hullet certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
That's been cut out. Well played.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Pato, expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that is well cleared. Vieira, looking to add to his goal. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Colorado Springs are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Hullet. Adriano, who's set up 1 goal so far. And that is exemplary defending.
Some inspired work, that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
It's Pato! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Alexander Pato really might have let his reputation get the better of him then. Yes, you can spank one from there, but there are other options, you know.
So we have movement on both benches. Rummenigge. And here's Haaland. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Inzaghi. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Bergomi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Del Piero. Del Piero! And that really should have been that.
Well, there's a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
And it's Del Piero. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And it's Eto! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, what a mistake! Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Not the best distribution from the keeper. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. And there goes the final whistle. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We're up and running then. This is a promising build-up.
Van Basten really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And a shot!
Raul clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Cruyff! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And we have our very first corner. And he thumps it clear. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. That's a good ball. And the finish! Same again, same outcome. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Van Basten chasing after it. Pass somewhat off target. Played back. Looking for options for movement. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Raoul. And here's Cruyff. Nice control. Still goalless at the moment. Maldini.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Raoul. And here's Cruyff. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Mbappe. Manchester United, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Nedved can see things others simply cannot. Raoul, and this is Cruyff. Rogers. Kimmich. And for the first half, that is that. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Some first-half thoughts?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively, I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Colorado Springs have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Nedved. Now it's Raoul. Now there's a fight. And Del Piero!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Manchester United appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now this could be a chance. Cruyff! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh no, this does not look good. Cafu did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. It's Raoul! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. Ball's gone out of play. Nicked it back promptly. Forlan. Colorado Springs, perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Colorado Springs clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And here's Griezmann, driving forward. He's having a shot! And he's managed to get rid. Has a look and place it forward.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
And he's intervened well there. Thuram. Nicely aimed pass. Nedved. Oh, that's fabulous. Great chance! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Has he won it? He just might have won it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
York! But he's left disappointed. Nedved plays a sharp little ball here. And this is Griezmann. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separate.